Do Mangalacharna, we offer our obeisances unto the Gurus, because without their mercy we have no knowledge to give. Any good thing you hear from me is coming from the lineage of teachers from which all these are coming from, and any bad thing you hear from me is coming from my own conditioned mistakes and inability to follow my teachers properly. So we'll take some time to pray. Maybe who's controlling this thing? It'd be nice if we can get some of these prayers on here. But if not, we'll. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Tasmai Shri Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Swapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupam Tatamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Shri Rupam Samagatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tamsajivam Sadvaitam Savaditam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sagana Lalita Shri Vishak Anvitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanita Namaskate Katakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwapanasite Devi Pranama Mihare Priya Vanchakalpa Tarubhyashcha Kripasindhubhyevacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. All together. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnuraya Krishna Vishnavate Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Prachari Nirvishesha Srimati Vaishnava Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tidalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Okay. Hare Krishna. How are you all doing? Happy Janmashtami. So who was here before when we told the first part of the pastime? Just Anakit and my wife? Kunal, you were here? Okay, so I'm going to recap it because most of you, we had a whole recycling of group. We had like maybe 70, 80 people here before, but then they all took prasad and then now they're leaving. But then we have another 30 come and now we'll say, okay, so we're here for you guys now. We were telling the pastimes of Janmashtami, so maybe you've heard these pastimes, but I was telling some of the allegorical meanings. You know what allegory is? Who knows what allegory is? Who's brave? Allegory means that there's a meaning underlying the literal meaning. There's a meaning that's applicable to your life. You here right now. So if you hear a pastime, and okay, blue boy is born, and then he kills many demons and things like that. It may, if you just take the literal meaning of that, it may like, well, that's okay. But what's that have to do with me? But allegory is how all of these pastimes from the Vedas, all of these ancient wisdom teachings, they apply to you. So we're going to talk about a little bit of the allegorical meaning of all these wonderful pastimes. So we were talking about how Krishna, he came, Mother Earth approached Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma said, yes, let's ask Vishnu. Vishnu then saying, yes, But the only one who could hear was Brahma, because he was connected in meditation to Vishnu. No one else was pure of heart, so they could not actually hear from Vishnu. So this is also didactic. We need to approach the sages, the wisdom teachers. We cannot expect that we will make a pure connection on our own. This is why we have a lineage of gurus. We're offering our obeisances, we're offering our whole humble respects to the gurus, Shiksha and Diksha, who have connected us to this lineage. And also we're inviting many gurus here. It's not that, we're some special people because we found gurus. Actually, we want everybody to have connection with the gurus. And also, this is how knowledge is given. In Bhagavad Gita, this is how Arjuna receives knowledge from Krishna. He surrenders unto Krishna, accepts him as a guru, no longer has friendly relation with him, but accepts him as a master to disciple, and so on. So actually they did this, Mother Earth needed help, they did this with Lord Brahma, then Lord Brahma approached Lord Vishnu and was able to receive Vishnu's instruction. He sent the demigods to take birth in the Yadu dynasty and prepare for Krishna coming. So then we talked about the pastimes of the Maruts in the past life. The Maruts got cursed, and they had to actually be the first 6 children of Krishna, of Devaki and Vasudeva. So all the ones that got killed by Kamsa, Kamsa was cursed in his past life as Kalanimi. He'd have to kill his 6 sons by Hiranyakashipu. He was Hiranyakashipu's son in a past life. And so, you know Hiranyakashipu? You guys have heard this past time? The whole Mahavatar Nrsimha just came out. You all know, right? Yes, so this was the pastimes. So, Kalanimi is he was the son of Hiranyakashipu, but he got cursed by Hiranyakashipu because he felt threatened by him. And so in the next life, he would have to kill his sons, and that's exactly what he did by killing Devaki and Vasudeva's first 6 children. They were actually his sons in the past life. So this is, we talked about this. And now, we're getting to the point of Krishna's coming. We talked about Baladev coming. First he came in the womb of Devaki. He actually prepared the womb for Krishna, because Balaram, he is actually very intimately connected with Krishna in service. He is the service incarnation of the Lord. Keshavadrita Haladara Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Like this, he's actually a Dasavatar. So Baladev came first, actually, and he is always preparing the way for Krishna. So through Yogamaya's arrangement, it appeared Devaki had had a miscarriage, but he actually was transferred to the womb of Rohini. Rohini was sent to Vrindavan by Vasudeva because he was fearing for her life. And so now we're left with Krishna is appearing. Now one thing that was mentioned, there's a couple allegorical meanings, and I kind of got lost with all the people in the train of thought. I forgot to make what the most favorite part of the story. I didn't on the last meeting with everyone, I didn't emphasize this one thing. But in order for Krishna to come, some things have to happen. In this pastime, the 6 children were killed. So, right, the 6 Maruts then taking birth as Kalanimi's sons in the next life, and then having to be killed by Hiranyakashipu's curse in the following life, and that's the appearance of Krishna. So then, but what does this mean to us? What is some allegorical meaning? So before Krishna can appear, first 6 things have to happen. 1, we have 5 senses. You know the 5 senses? What are they? It's your science class. 5 senses. Come on now, this is like 2nd grade science. What's 1? Seeing, wow! Oh my gosh, that's very good. Seeing, hearing, wow! Smell, my goodness. Taste, touch, wow. Everyone give a round of applause. This is very good. So, thank you. Yes, the 5 tanmatras. These are the senses, and then the senses are always engaged with sense objects of this world. That's what the senses do. But actually, before Krishna can come, because Krishna is spiritual and he has actually nothing to do with this world, so to say. This is just a world to kind of allow us to chase an illusion of trying to be the master, trying to be the enjoyer. But Krishna himself, in order to appear in our hearts, in our life, first we have to control those five senses. Instead of taking those senses and having them uncontrolled, we have to learn to engage those senses, or disengage those senses from material activities. So and then there was six. What is the one other sense? Do you know? The mind, yes. And it's the mind. And then the mind is the final sense that we have to take out of the material, and then we can look towards the spiritual. We can look towards the spiritual, but how do we do that? Who came before Krishna? Sri Ram was the past, that's in Treta Yuga. Who came right before Sri Krishna? Balaram, yes. So Balaram is actually a Kandaguru Tattva. He is actually the representation of Krishna serving and bringing people towards Krishna. But how does he do that in our life? Through Guru. So Guru is doing this in multiple ways. The prime way Guru is doing this is through mantra, introduction of mantra, and transferring his realization of God to the disciples. So now, that's kind of a process. That's not like a, easy thing. Okay, well, let's just get everyone mantra initiated before Janmashtami tonight, and then no problem, then we'll all experience Krishna. In order for Krishna to come in your life, it's quite the process. But what we can say is we're here trying to represent our gurus and act as what's called Vartma Pradarshika gurus. Vartmas are path. Vartma Pradarshika gurus are the ones who are showing the path. Giving some enlightening path. We're not so potent where we can actually, infuse you with mantra and you actually can experience Krishna right then and there. That's not our position. Even though there are gurus who actually are so elevated, they can do that. But we are not of that caliber. But we're just trying to show the path that actually Krishna can be experienced. Krishna taking birth in Janmashtami isn't just like a celebration of a 5,000 plus year old tale. It is also, this is a history, but also it's happening right here and right now actually. This is the birth of Krishna in your heart. This is the spiritual experience, the revelation of God. This is what Krishna Janmashtami is all about. And so first, the five senses and the mind have to come under control. We can't be engaging them in material things. If we're engaging them in material things, then the heart is not pure and Krishna will not come. So you actually, if you see this in your life, if you're addicted to all kinds of material things, what are some material things? What's that? House, car, yes, material, all these, basically eating, sleeping, mating, and acquiring house, car, and all these things and trying to defend them from going away. So these are all, not that we don't have eat, we're going to feed you all, actually, that's part of our thing. But everything that we eat, we offer to Krishna. This is how you can purify all of your activities. This is called prasad. You've heard of this? Prasadam, everyone, right? Yes. So, prasadam. So this is the art. You take what you are going to eat and you make sure it's pure and you offer it to Krishna. And when you offer it to Krishna, this becomes pure and it's actually controlling the sense. Instead of eating unrestrictedly anything and everything, and for your own pleasure, at least some semblance of offering to God is happening first. So this is a purification process. Okay, what are some other things? How can you purify? Let's see, what are some other senses? That's taste. How about seeing? What do you think? I'll give you a hint. You're in the place to properly see. The temple. You go to a temple and you can see the deity form of the Lord. You can see the Lord beautifully dressed. You can see the Lord before we were doing an abhishek, doing archana, doing deity worship. This is a way to purify the sight. We want to see so many things. We want to go hiking, and we want to see this thing over here. We want to flip on our screens and doom scroll and see so many things, right? But how much is related to God? Actually, it's very nice. This Mahavatar Narasimha movie just came out. Because actually you can go and see a movie, but actually you can have a connection to God in the movie, which is very nice. But this is rare. Most movies are not giving this thing. Actually, you've heard of this Mahavatar Narasimha? Everyone has heard, right? This was created by ISKCON devotees. This is so nice, actually. They dedicated the movie to Srila Prabhupada, whose birthday is tomorrow, by the way. His mother went into labor on Janmashtami, which is today. And then he appeared the following day. And actually, he is the one who brought Krishna consciousness all over the world. So if you don't know Srila Prabhupada, we'd love to, if you come tomorrow, we're going to have a festival for him as well. Actually, only in 12 hours. The festival will begin tomorrow. It's our regular Sunday program. So we're really packed this year with festival. So anyhow, this is very important. So for seeing, you can see the deity. For smelling, you can smell the flowers that are offered to the deity, or the incense offered to the deity, or the tulsi leaves offered to the deity, even the prasadam offered to the deity. Everything can be purified this way. Hearing, you could hear kirtan. The first process of bhakti is called shravanam. Shravanam means to hear about Krishna, Harikatha. I'm giving a very humble attempt to give kirtanam of Krishna, Harikatha, trying to speak something of Krishna. So come and hear about Krishna. This is a really, this is how you can purify the senses of hearing. And touch. There's many things you can do in regard to touch. One of the things Ambarish Maharaj used to do, he used to massage the devotees. I'm not saying come give us massages, that's inappropriate. But he would lovingly touch. If I were to see Ankit, and I see him, I just even if I were to grab his shoulders, give him a little squeeze. This is good actually, type of thing. But there's many ways. You can touch all of the articles offered to the Lord. You yourself can offer things to the Lord. There's ways to do that. But these are some ways you can purify the senses. And not engage them so much in trying to enjoy this material world. And then finally, last, do you know who is dictating all the senses? What sense? What's that? No. There's one more above the tongue. The mind is the final sense, and it's actually the one that's imprinting all of the memories of you, how you enjoyed all the other five senses, and then it makes you think, yes, we should try and enjoy that again. And these are called samskaras. So these are your past conscious decisions, things you've done in many, many past lives. So maybe you remembered, I had a really good time eating that one thing. And so it projects in your mind, and then the sense of doing it again, maybe it's the tongue. It's saying, yes, let's do it again. And so the mind says, yes, okay, let's go chase it. And then you go chase that thing. But there's so many things we're chasing in the material world. But until we turn our mind unto God, we'll have all kinds of troubles. And we talked about that last time, last class: birth, death, disease, old age, all of these in the three different types of miseries of your own mind and body, miseries that other living entities cause upon you, and then miseries that the forces of nature, the demigods, cause upon you. So these miseries are constantly coming, and we cannot stop that. As long as we're in this world, we're bound for miseries. But if we keep trying to engage in this world as our sense of enjoyment, we'll just keep extracting miseries, because that's what comes of this world. But there is a way out, actually. So we talked about Janma Karma Chame Divyam. You know this verse. Why Krishna comes. Anyone who knows knows of Krishna's birth and activities, Janma and Karma, and he knows the Divyam nature of that, then you don't have to come back to this world anymore and suffer. You get an eternal abode filled with Satchidananda, eternality, truth, bliss, and knowledge. This is a very nice thing. All the religions, they're doing this. They're saying, yes, we want to go to a place where it's not like hellish suffering, so we want to serve the Lord and go there. All religions, that's what they're hoping for. Krishna is telling the same thing in Bhagavad Gita. So, if you want Krishna to appear in your life, which is what Janmashtami is, You have to follow the process. You have to control the senses, you have to control the mind. And then, after that, you can then, how do you do that? Through the instructions of Guru. The Guru can tell you how to engage one's senses. The Guru can tell you how to engage one's mind, and he'll give you what's called sadhana. Sadhana is spiritual practices that one can do. And then if you can do them, what you'll get is the sadhya. Sadhana is a means to attain sadhya. Sadhya is a goal, right? You all have many sadhyas. Who here is a student? Yes, everyone. Yes, I'm a student. Yes, these are all temporary arrangements in this life. But yes, as of right now, you're all acting as students in this portion of life. So, what is the sadhya to get a degree? What's the, or it's not sadhya. The sadhya is the degree. What's the sadhana to get a degree? Yeah, study. Also, you study here, you do this course, you do that course, and then you get a degree. And degrees give you jobs. And jobs give you happiness. No, not really. But anyway, you have to do jobs, no problem. We have to survive in this world. Jobs give you a means for survival. That's good. But I wouldn't say jobs give you happiness. But anyhow, these things have to be controlled. These are some of the allegorical meanings of the Krishna pastime. Before Krishna can appear, the 6 impure things have to be removed. And this is the engagement of the senses and the mind with the world. And then it's turned how? Through Guru, through Baladev, is turning towards the divine abode in Braj, and then turning towards Krishna, and then Krishna can appear. But he'll only appear in a pure place. So that's actually that's where we're going to continue from now. Is Krishna actually appeared first, if you know in Bhagavatam, how it's detailing Krishna's appearance. Where did he appear first? Does anyone know? Not right in the womb. He appeared in the heart of Vasudeva, in the pure mind of Vasudeva, because he was become purely sattvic. He no longer was bogged down by any material. You know, he was completely purified, and so that's a perfect place for Krishna appeared. So Krishna appeared in Vasudeva's heart, and then he actually transferred him to the womb of Devaki. Through, also maybe, I don't know, the act could have also happened, but that is how it's described in Bhagavatam. In Bhagavatam, that he's transferred Krishna to the womb of Devaki. So then Devaki is glowing. She is looking so beautiful. She's radiating all kinds of auspiciousness. So Kamsa was thinking, maybe I should just kill her now. Maybe I should just kill her now. This Vishnu must be in there. She's looking incredible. She's looking so much at peace. She no longer was fearful. She was fearful all the way up until this point when Kamsa is killing all the children. But now she is no longer fearful. She is fully accepted Krishna. And now Krishna is with her in the womb. And so what happens next is, but Kamsa, we talked about this last time, when one is grossly materialistic, one's pride and prestige is always, very important to them. So Vasudeva, he made it very clear to Kamsa that yes, if you kill your pregnant sister or your sister at your wedding or do any type of killing of your sister, everyone will blaspheme you, and you won't have a good reputation. And for materialistic people, this is very important, their reputation. Even in Bhagavad Gita, it says, for one who's known honor, dishonor is worse than death, actually. So, lo and behold, Vasudeva gave Krishna appeared to Vasudeva because he was the personality of pure goodness, and he gave Krishna to Devaki. And then now the pastimes happen. So it's approaching now. We're only about 1 hour from when this pastime happened. And so any day Krishna was to come, and Kamsa was monitoring very carefully. he had killed the other 6 babies, and Baladev, the 7th baby, was a miscarriage, so he thought. Oh, be careful. Baladev was a miscarriage. So this is what happened. So Baladev's was a miscarriage, and so he's ready for Krishna to appear, and he's going to try and kill him. But on that night, this night, what was once an Ashtami, or a half moon, turned to a full moon. But at the same time, a huge rainstorm has come. Huge rainstorm has come. And so the rainstorm has come especially in olden days, before cars and things like this, when a rainstorm is coming, there is no good way to travel. You can't travel in the rain. Even now with cars, it's hard to travel. But especially dirt roads, everything, rainstorm, not a good idea to travel. So a huge rainstorm is coming, and at the same time, some mystical pastimes started to happen in the jail cell of Vasudeva and Devaki. So what ended up happening is Yogamaya, who actually came in with Mother Yashoda. She's Krishna's. Do you know Yogamaya? You've heard of this name before? You've heard of the name Maya? What does Maya mean? Maya means illusion. Maya is our biggest problem in this world, actually. Is that we're in illusion of what is actually right, what is actually true. We're in illusion. So, but there's a good illusion, and then there's a bad illusion. The bad illusion is called Mahamaya. Most of us are infected by Mahamaya. Mahamaya is the illusion that keeps us from understanding God, keeps us from understanding Krishna. But then there's another type of illusion called Yogamaya. And Yogamaya creates illusions or situations where we can get closer to Krishna. Yoga means to connect. So Yogamaya actually, because there's something you must know. For any lila to take place, if everyone knows that Krishna is God, it doesn't make for a good lila. If everyone knows that, this is the supreme creator of all universes, and this is God, this is Vishnu, and it kind of ruins the relationship a little bit. Imagine, I don't know, we have so many friends here, but if I found out, Tulsidas over here is my friend, but then if I found out Tulsidas was, the prince of Sri Lanka or something, and then I'm saying, if I found out he's like some great royal prince or something, it would be like a weird relationship. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't tell Tulsidas what to do so much anymore. Or, the relationship would be sullied a little bit because now I know of Tulsidas's princely opulence. So similarly, if everyone knows of Krishna's godly opulence, in his close devotees, if they know that at all times, it's not as sweet. So Yogamaya actually comes in and she covers that knowledge over so that Krishna can have sweet relationships. So all the relationships in Vrindavan where Krishna goes, no one thinks Krishna is God. All the Yadus and even Vasudeva Devaki, they think Krishna is God. They know he's God. They know he's Vishnu coming to help them. But everyone else in Vrindavan, they don't know that. And actually, Vrindavan, they're so much more fortunate for not knowing that. Why? Because Yogamaya has protected them and they can have an even sweeter relationship with Krishna. So anyway, that's one part of things. So anyhow, Krishna, Yogamaya is acting now, and all the guards go asleep. She, puts all of them into nidra. They all go asleep, and then on top of that, all of the locks in the whole prison become unlocked. And so, then, Srila Narayan, he comes in fully decked out, in helmet, in bangles, in all of his opulent form. He comes and appears to Vasudeva and Devaki. And they're bowing down to him, and they're offering their obeisances, and they're offering prayers, and so much. And then he instructs them what to do. I want you to take me to Nanda and Yashoda, take my baby form to Nanda and Yashoda and switch the baby with the girl there and bring the girl back here. So he's instructing just like this. And then this big beautiful Narayan form, he comes into sweet little cute baby Krishna. So sweet. There's little baby Krishna we have here. We just did a nice Abhishek ceremony before you all got here. Some of you were here already. And then, so Krishna is appearing now. So then Vasudeva leaves in the middle of the monsoon. And but then he has actually the good fortune of the Sheshanaga. Because we talked about Baladev, he prepares the way for Krishna. This is allegorical too. Don't think that you're going to overcome all the obstacles and perform some wonderful spiritual feat without the mercy of Guru. And so, Anantashesh, Baladev, he comes and with his 1,000 hoods, he shelters Vasudeva from the torrents of rain so that he could cross the Yamuna river. The Yamuna's roaring, it's very, but from him being there and protecting, he's able to stop the current so Vasudeva can go through. And so like this, Vasudeva is able to perform what's seemingly an impossible task. And that impossible task was crossing the Yamuna river from Mathura, somehow knowing that Nanda and Yashoda also had a baby girl that very night, and then finding them in the midst of the dark, and then also Yogamaya put them asleep as well, so that they're not realizing what's happening. And the baby, and they're not even remembering, a boy is a girl who has gotten born. Switching the baby, Krishna goes to his home where he belongs, because this is actually, Krishna is eternally in Vrindavan. This is not so well known by the pastime, but Krishna's eternal abode is always Vrindavan. Like when Krishna leaves this world and goes through the Vaikunthas, some portions of him stop. Narayan will go, Baladev will go in certain place, Ram will go, all the incarnations in Krishna go. But where is Krishna going? He's going to the eternal Vrindavan. This is actually, this is what Shastra is describing. So Krishna, even when he appears in this world, he appears to Vasudeva and Devaki. But where does he really appear? He appears in Vrindavan. And what's so special about Vrindavan? It's the land where all the devotees are in pure faith and devotion to Krishna, but also they're not, they're focusing on him in what's called 4 different rasas. The rasa of being servant, the rasa of being friend, the rasa of being like parental, or Krishna's my junior, I look after Krishna. If you know Krishna's God, how can you be Krishna's senior? It's impossible. So they can't know he's God, or they can't actually have these sweet relationships. And then finally, the romantic. Krishna has many romantic pastimes in Vrindavan, but that is only so prominent in Vrindavan. Even in Dwarka, he has many wives. He marries many wives, but because they know of his supreme position, it makes the relationship less sweet. But if they don't know of him as God, it's much more sweeter. So Vrindavan is the land of covered by Yogamaya. Shika, come down, come down. Yes. So Krishna gets brought to Vrindavan, and then Yogamaya is taken, the baby girl. So Vasudeva taking the baby girl back, just as he did this amazing feat with the blessings of Anantashesh. Again, Anantashesh brings him back. He goes back in the prisons, all the prison doors shut. Yogamaya releases her nidra over all of the sleeping guards, and as if nothing happens, the rainstorm subsides. Then Kamsa comes back, and then, oh my gosh, Surjit, right? It's been some time. It's been some time. Welcome back. So happy Janmashtami. So like this, these things are happening, and finally. Kamsa, Devaki is worried now. She has the girl, and he's like, surely he won't kill the girl. It said the 8th son, but now we have a girl here. He won't kill. But Kamsa, he's so, worried about how Devaki was glowing and everything. He didn't care. He said, give me that child, I'll kill. So Kamsa actually was a great devotee of Mother Durga or Yogamaya. So he was actually a great devotee of her. So it was to his surprise when he went to, when he's killing babies, the act is he goes up and then he smashes. But when he went up, she slipped from his hand and went into the sky and revealed her eight-armed form with all kinds of weapons. And she said, Kamsa, you fool. The one who's already born to kill you, he's already taken birth. And there's nothing you can do about it. So now, also there's a lot of allegorical meaning here, because if you're of the atheistic nature, and you're trying to assert your will in this world without the blessings of God, not even without the blessings of God, but directly challenging God's will, challenging the recommendations of the scripture, not caring at all for what God wants from us, then prepare to be disappointed, because this is what happens. And so Kamsa, he was trying to assert his will over and over and cheat, kill, steal to achieve his objectives, but not only did he not achieve his objectives, but he achieved the opposite result. So similarly us, we have so many objectives in this world. You should try and align your objectives. Make sure that this is what God wants from us. And this, how do you understand? You need to find a guru, you need to find one who is connected to God. And they can reveal to you what? Shastra. They can reveal to you the scriptures. What are the scriptures saying? What is Krishna saying? What does he really want? And instead of you try to make up your own system, because that's what we're usually doing in our life, we're trying to guide our own life with our own values. And yes, you need values, but values should be given from a higher authority. You shouldn't try to make up your own values, because the living entity has 4 types of defects. First is Brahm. One, we make the crucial mistake about we don't even know who we are. You know this? If I were to say, okay, Shika, who are you? And Shika would tell me, well, I'm Shika Rani from, where are you? Mumbai?
From Bihar.
Bihar. So I'm Shika Rani from Bihar. From the perspective of the soul and the Vedas, that's not who you are. That's just a temporary arrangement in this world. But actually you're an eternal spirit soul. And actually we're all connected to God. We're eternal servants of Krishna. We're all eternal servants of God. So first we make the mistake, we don't even know who we are. We think we're this body, we think I'm from India, I'm from the USA, I'm from New Jersey, I'm from this place, I'm from that. But these are only temporary arrangements. Maybe it happens 20 years, 80 years, 100 years, but then that's it. But ultimately, eternally, we're all servants of God. So if we know and we learn to identify that, then we can actually move forward. And it takes a guru to reveal that to us. None of us come born into that world and are enlightened. Yes, I know I'm a servant of God and I'm eternal. And that I know I'm not from this family, I know all these things. No, we don't know. That's only guru empowered by Krishna, he can teach us. Or they can teach us. It can be a female also. She can teach us. So, but once that's revealed, that's very good. But what's happening instead is we mistake, I think I'm in this body. I am this body, even though we're definitely not this body. This body's done nothing but change our whole life. And the same you is there. You have been experiencing the life, but the body is different every day. And every week, every month, I'm just, Rishi, you've come. A little late, but you've come. So very good. So what happens is next is pramada, the next level of maya. Pramada means illusion. But what is the illusion from? We cannot focus properly. We're distracted by so many things. Maybe it's the phone. Maybe it's our relationships. Maybe it's our schoolwork. Maybe it's our family. Maybe it's our desires. I want to finish this Netflix series. Maybe it's this, that, and the other thing. But ultimately we're distracted. What is the actual meaning of life? Who am I really? What's really happening here? And because we don't have very good intelligence, we're too distracted to really focus. That's why Krishna, he asks in Bhagavad Gita whether Arjuna, he's heard this conversation with Tvayai Grena Chetasa. Meaning, have you heard this with one pointed attention of mind? But we're not one-pointed. Our attention spans are all over the place. Even I'm trying to speak something, and you might say, okay, I'll pay attention for one moment, but then like, oh, but I really want to eat later, and then I really want to do this later, and then like that, and right? And the mind is everywhere. So this leads us deeper into illusion. And then what happens is we develop some type of taste for certain parts of the illusion. So they're like, you know what? I really think, if I become the president of Ukraine, this will be a very good arrangement for me. So you might work very hard to become the president of Ukraine. And this is just he's in the current popular events of the world, so he just came to my mind. But anyway, we work so hard towards and what's called vipralipsa. We have the cheating tendency or a bias. We have a natural bias to think what's really important is basically what we want to do. And we don't realize that we've been distracted and we're in illusion from the very beginning. So anyway, we're doing like this and we develop a cheating propensity. So I might tell you, maybe not me, maybe some elevated guru, you meet some elevated guru and he says, the whole meaning of your life is to serve God. Anything else that you're doing besides serving God is actually going to be a waste of your life. This is actually the Vedic truth. This is the truth of what I'm telling right now. But if you say, well, yeah, but that guy, he doesn't seem very enlightened. I saw him, he did some weird thing. You'll develop some type of reason why, no, that's not true. And it'll be an illusion, because the Vedic fact, the Shastras are all saying that actually, yes, we're meant to serve God. But we will form some type of illusion or some confirmation bias, like, no. It says in the scriptures that you should do Dharma. And so my work is much more important than serving God. And then you'll create some type of cheating propensity of why the work is more important. But actually, Krishna is saying, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Abandon all Dharma and just surrender unto me. This is actually the conclusion of the Vedas. Karma Kanda, doing one's duty in the world and offering it to God, is a beginning level teaching of the Vedas. It's Karma Kanda. But actually the deeper Kandas, through Jnana and Upasana Kanda and then Bhakti Kanda, is ultimately a surrender unto God. So this is ultimately what we're doing. So anyway, this is how we go deeper in illusion. We create some bias, some confirmation bias. And then finally, when it becomes so bad, we're completely solidified in illusion, we rely on the senses. The senses are imperfect. The eyes can see 0% of what the modern scientist technologies can see. The modern scientist technologies can see 0% of an infinite universe that they've studied. Practically 0%. If you want to do the math, if you put any quantifiable number over infinity, who is a math guy here? What number do you get? You look smart. What's that? You're not smart. Yes, 0. It's 0. If you put any quantifiable number over infinity, it's 0. So when the scientists are studying the universe and they're finding this is an infinite universe, and then you put whatever the senses can perceive over infinity, the answer is 0. So practically, if we rely on these senses to perceive reality, we're going to get 0% of reality. And this is the finishing blow of illusion. This is the finishing blow of Maya. We're relying on something that cannot be ultimately relied upon. And so we fall into illusion. But ultimately, Krishna is Satchidananda Vigraha. He is the form of truth, knowledge, and bliss. He's the eternal truth. And he can actually appear here in your heart, right here, right now. So, in only 20 minutes, we're going to begin our final arati. And in the final arati, after that, we'll celebrate Krishna's appearance, we'll chant his names, and then we'll all feast together. But if you just consider that there's definitely more to life than what society has told you, definitely what our minds have told us, And there's definitely more to life than what our senses can perceive. There is a deeper reality. There is a God. Krishna is that God. Krishna is enlightening all of us through Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is enlightening all of us through his Guru Parampara, meaning disciplic succession. Like Krishna came to Arjuna and he enlightened Arjuna, and he says, I come every time that Dharma is lost, and I'll come to re-establish religion. He re-establishes the teachings of the Vedas. So now it's still alive here. And so Krishna, he hasn't had the need to personally come again and give another Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is still coming in pure succession. But who most cannot follow. But we have to try. So this is our humble plea to you, is accept Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In these pastimes we are talking about today, these devotees are very elevated. But where we're at, we should understand Krishna is God, and that it would be in our best interest to try and understand what does Krishna want from us. And how do we do that? Is through some type of guide, a spiritual teacher who can help us. Somebody who has been helped by their guru, and they've been helped by their guru. And Krishna is empowering guru to guru. And so, yes, we are here presenting that very thing. And we're very hopeful that you can all benefit from this. We're here every day. We have programs, actually. Many of you are in Syracuse. But if you wanted, you could even come every day. But, you know, if you come on festivals or on a Sunday, no problem. Whatever you do in this endeavor, this will, in Bhagavad Gita it says, it will protect you from the greatest fear. The greatest fear is to die in illusion, or to die completely engrossed in materialism and fall down into the animal life. Because animal life, what makes a human life so special is you can actually pursue what is God, who is God, and what is the real meaning of life. Any other species of life cannot do. So if you lose that, you can only lose that privilege by not making any advancement. So if in this life you make some type of spiritual endeavor, you will be protected from the greatest fear. And the greatest fear is falling into animal life and having nothing but just relying on the senses and being completely covered by the ignorance of this world and dying over and over again. Repeated birth and death. So anyway, this is Veda conclusion. This is Bhagavad Gita's conclusion. So, yes, thank you guys for coming. That's all I really have. But this Krishna pastime is so important. You know, please. Yes, you can put in the donation box right there. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. So yeah, please really emphasize this aspect of life. This is so important. And I know we have so many other responsibilities to maintain our lives. And you should do them. But similarly, whatever time you have left over, you should make during this endeavor to understand God, because this is the ultimate meaning of life. Anything else will lead ultimately to death and suffering. And that's not a good result. So anyway, I don't mean to be negative, but it is a little negative that, you know, if we pursue empty pleasures, we won't get a good result. So there goes the breaker. So okay, I think I'll end here. We're going to begin our arti. Is there any question? No? You all agree? Yes. You were saying you want something? No. Okay. So you guys are all ready, you know, okay, I want to follow the instructions of Krishna. Let me come every day and learn more about Krishna.
I have one question.
Okay, I'm joking, but go ahead, Anika. Yes.
I could be wrong, but from what I have heard, Goddess Lakshmi is considered Mahamaya.
Goddess Lakshmi is
Yeah.
Mahamaya?
Yeah. Is it not?
Not that I've heard. Is
Maybe I've heard it
yes,
wrong.
Mother
But I
Durga.
think-
But I can say Mahamaya is only in this material world, where Lakshmi is, she resides in Vaikuntha. So Vaikuntha is beyond all the material nature. So I'm almost certain it cannot be Goddess Lakshmi. But Goddess Durga is who I've heard. And in the pastime of Krishna's pastime, Durga is the one who came out from the Maya girl. So I think that's our best Shastric evidence. But you maybe, I don't know.
Maybe
I'm not a Shastric expert.
Okay.
So
I probably heard it wrong.
yes, it's possible. It's also possible I get things wrong all the time. So this is part of the illusioned experience. So but yeah, no problem. As far as I know, though, it's Durga. I wish I can give you 100% certainty, but I've heard that many times.
Okay.
So let's hope the sources are correct. So anything else? Okay, this was a little bit more of a sober message. But at the same time, there's a really good opportunity. One more thing is that in this age of Kali, it's very difficult to make spiritual advancement. It's so difficult because everything is designed to distract you even more. Like the technology, even you go on the social media, it's physically designed to take your attention. And so they put you probably have seen, oh my God, that reel and this thing. It's like, it knows exactly your preferences and it's distracting you. And it's not just that, everything, billboards and TV and every commercial and all these things are trying to distract us. And it's very, very difficult to make spiritual advancement. But there is actually one great solution, that in this age, Krishna appears as the Nam avatar. And there's something you should know about Krishna. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. That Krishna actually manifests in many varieties of his names, actually. In his name, he is actually present. So if you chant his name, you can actually experience Krishna. The Guru is the one giving the name. The Guru is the one. But somehow or other, we can all give this name. This Maha Mantra, anyone can take this name and chant this name. Chant these names, and this is our main emphasis. If you take anything from here, just when you run into trouble in life, you chant this Maha Mantra and you see what happens. And you'll find a lot of solace, a lot of peace, and then you'll actually see Krishna will respond and guide you further. And anyone, the more you chant the name, it has 7 aspects that it does. But the first ones are it's Cheto Darpana Marjanam. It cleanses the mind, it cleanses the consciousness. It extinguishes material suffering of this world. So if you're suffering, don't worry. Just call out to God. It will be okay. The Lord will relieve it. And a lot of your suffering is actually due to our own ignorance. Our own ignorance is the suffering. A lot of times, most of the time, our suffering is purely due to our inability to see the wonderful lessons and blessings that Krishna is giving. So, you just, if you take anything from here, take that you can always call out to Krishna. The Maha Mantra isn't the only way to call out to Krishna. There is only one God. Maybe you experience that God through chanting many different names. Like the Jewish people, they chant Jehovah or Adonai. Or the Christian people, they might chant Yeshua or maybe Yahweh. Like this. And the Muslim people, they might chant Allah. And the Hindu people, some might chant Shiva. Some might chant Vishnu. Some might chant Krishna. But there's only one God. And that personality, he takes different forms and he reaches people through different ways. But anyhow, we're here in Syracuse and we're actively, very intentionally trying to pursue God daily. And we're trying to give everyone the opportunity to also pursue God. Because the Veda conclusion is that this is the very meaning of human life. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, this is called Vishaya, or sense gratification. This is available in every form of life. And actually, animal life you can do it better. Like if you like sleeping, why sleep in a human body? You can only sleep like 8 hours, 10 hours a night maybe, if you're a really good sleeper. But you can be in a bear body, you could sleep all winter, no problem. You know, human body, we like to eat certain prasadam or different food stuff. You know, maybe we like going to the Indian store or anything. We like our little processed crackers or biscuits, whatever you like to eat. No problem. But a pig can get so much happiness by eating the droppings on the ground. You know, it can eat anything and it gets so much more happiness. We have to get special items. You know, we chase for mating. You know, we're trying to find partners for mating, all these things. But pigeons and birds, they mate like hundreds of times a day. So like this. So why use your life for the very things, you know, for these animalistic propensities? This shouldn't be the things we use our life for. What makes a human being unique is that the human being can ask the questions of who am I? What is the meaning of life? The human being has an intelligence to understand there is something more to life. There must be a meaning. There must be a meaning to this life. It can't just be to eat, sleep, mate, and defend until I die. So there is something more. So I humbly request you to just maybe consider that there is something more. And if you want to know answers to these things, Krishna is actually giving his Bhagavad Gita, his Srimad Bhagavatam, he's giving answers to all these things. What is it a human being should do? And ultimately Krishna, he wants you to discover him. And that's what Krishna Janmashtami is all about, is the appearance of Krishna in your heart. But first the purification has to happen. And that purification can happen simply by chanting Krishna's names and hearing about Krishna. So coming and hearing about Krishna, this is a huge purification. The more you hear about Krishna, the more Krishna will be ready to enter your heart. And your senses, which are trying to engage with the material world, will be curbed more and more and more. And the atheistic tendency, Kamsa, and will be defeated. The six senses will be defeated. And then ultimately through Guru, you'll be guided and you can receive Krishna. So anyhow, this is the essence of Janmashtami. This is the, you could say, the allegorical meaning. So I think that's it. Why don't we do the final arati? And then, then we'll break our fast. You all fasted today, right, for Janmashtami? Wow. So this is the fasting crew. The late night crew is the fasting crew. So this is very good. Actually, one of the reasons we were mentioning how the six first children that Kamsa killed represent the six senses being subdued before Krishna appears. But actually that's why you fast for Janmashtami as well. Because when you fast, you're subduing your senses. You know, the senses always want to consume and consume and consume, but when you fast from water, from food, all these things, it's actually this is how you can control the senses. Oh, what happened? If you can control the tongue, actually it said that all senses can be controlled. So how do we control the tongue? We offer all of our food stuff first to Krishna, and then we eat only Krishna's prasad, and this is the way you can control the tongue. And on special festival days, we might take a little extra austerity and fast. So anyhow, these are some things. But if you want Krishna in your life, control those senses. Do your best, and then follow somebody who's done it before. You know, follow somebody who has what you're looking for, who has that spiritual bliss that you're looking for, and then they can help give that to you, and they can connect you to Krishna. So anyhow, this is our presentation. But thank you guys so much for coming. Hare Krishna, and we'll do the final arati. Is Mukunda ready? Actually, I should have asked Madhav. Is he done offering? Yes, good. Okay, I didn't even pay attention. too busy. So we're ready for the final arti then. I don't know about that. But is Mukunda ready? Because and also, okay, Mukunda is ready. Does Madhav want to lead this one?
Madhav, you want to lead?
But is he busy? Because I already led some things. If he's busy, I'll lead. But if not, he should lead. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is, right before Mukunda gets ready, we're going. Oh, you want to lead?
Oh, I can.
Yes, please.